Hello everyone. For today's video, I'm going to be doing the Mandalorian Season 1 and 2 review. Season 3 and possibly 4 are just full-on nightmares beyond belief at this point. And the only two seasons to me were 1 and 2. But before I go into this review, first, I want to say thank you to the people that made this possible for me. And all of you know who you are at this point, so thank you very much. And I appreciate your love and support for this channel. And if you like what I do on here, I do a TV show reviews, movie reviews, and gaming reviews. So if you have any interest in those, check those out. And if you like what you see, subscribe to my channel. My goal is to reach 200 subscribers, long-term, short-term, is 150. So, together we can get that done, and hopefully we can. Please hit the notification bell down below so you can see my videos, comment, like, share, all the good stuff. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the main task at hand. Mandalorian Season 1 and 2. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, don't get me wrong. Episodes 1 through 6 were on point, on question. 7, 8, and 9 were ass, we all know that. And they did The Mandalorian. That was a breath of fresh air all around for Star Wars fans. It was positively seen, a good show, good ratings, good storyline, good everything. But they messed it up in Season 3 and possibly making a Season 4, and it's really bad. Star Wars is there at this point for a lot of things, especially with with that woman leading Star Wars, Kennedy, whatever her name is, the first name, Catherine Kennedy, if I got that name right. But to describe the first two seasons, they were nice, good storyline. We met Grogu by that point. He was the last of his kind by this point. More powerful than Yoda. Not Yoda, but the same species as Yoda. And had his abilities, but couldn't show them because he was afraid, and plus his anger issues he had to deal with. And he wasn't guided that well, to be honest. So when Mando comes into his life and takes care of him, those two bond and become best friends. Even though he got on his nerves sometimes to be on the journey, the goal from Season 1 is to find Grogu, his Jedi teacher, in a way, since he was Force sensitive. And eventually, when they're on that path, we see unexpected characters pop up. And it's really amazing to see. It really is. We see Ahsoka Tano after the Clone Wars stuff is done. The actors did a phenomenal job playing Ahsoka Tano. And kind of led into Season 2. And for Season 2, basically, they still go on this journey. And we see new characters pop in. Shortly after that, things kind of go dark because of course, Gus Fring from Breaking Bad is in this. He's a bad motherfucker. Even in Season 1, he was a main antagonist in Season 1 and 2. And he did a lot of stuff. He kind of took control of the situation, but kind of made it worse at the same time. He wanted Grogu so he can clone these experiments for one person that we all know that claimed was dead. And in the new movies, they kind of explain briefly who it is. But OG Star Wars fans know who it is, and it's just lazy writing that brought him back. in my opinion. But the cloning process was, and DNA process was just for Palpatine in a way, so he can come back alive and do his schemes to get rid of the Jedi, kind of. And when Grogu was at Luke Skywalker, it wasn't the original actor. It was a good look-alike. Give him credit for that. And the good acting. They mentioned a lot of things from the past as well. In Season 3, don't get me wrong, I liked it. But not too much in Season 1 and 2. Season 3 was still ass. But the first 2 seasons were better in my opinion. Way, way better. Others may think differently, but that's fine. And some might agree. But if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, check it out because it's phenomenal to see, at least the first 2 seasons. Season 3 was a down spiral for a lot of reasons I could go into later. It's a whole different video, but if you haven't seen the first 2 seasons, I highly recommend it. Because the person who directed it was the person that was involved in the Marvel movies, the good ones. Favreau, his name is. So you don't know who he is right off the bat. He knew what he was doing with his other director as well. And Kathleen Kennedy had to ruin it with Season 3. So, with things that weren't needed in that season. And a lot of people in that season as well. So I would highly recommend to see the first 2 seasons and go from there. Other than that, if you're a Star Wars fan and never seen it, I would recommend to see it. If you have, tell me what you thought about it below in the comment section. That's all I gotta say on it for now. Without me going into too much spoilers, but they go through a journey, and it's lifelong experiences and has life lessons along the way with it. If you catch my drift. If you've seen it. If you haven't, then you'll understand once you see the show per episode. But other than that, that's all I really gotta say on it. If you like what I do on this channel, since I do TV show reviews, movie reviews, and gaming reviews. So if you like all those things or just partially, check them out and see what you think. If you like these things, please subscribe and help me go a long way to reach my goal to 150, then to 200. Also, please hit the notification bell down below so you can see my videos first when they get notified. Comment, like, share, and again, thank you all to all that support this channel. Greatly appreciate it. The viewers, my OG subscribers, new ones coming in, and the ones down the road, haters, people who talk crap in the comments, and people who have my back in the comment section. So thank you very much for your love and support. Greatly appreciate it. May God bless you all. Stay safe, and I will see you on the next one.